Come on in, pull up a chair, and take a load off because today I'm going to unbox and take a first look at the Witchlight Carnival for Dungeons and Dragons. This is a dice and miscellany set from Wizards of the Coast. And as a bonus, we're also going to take a first look at the new DM screen, which also comes with a dungeon kit. So we're going to dive into both of these right after this. Howdy, 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 gang. Welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at the Gaming Gang channel. As mentioned in the open, we're going to be taking a peek at both the Witchlight Carnival Dice and Miscellany set, as well as the new Dungeon Master screen and dungeon kit in just a couple of moments. But first, I do want to point out that we are still in the midst of the Gaming Gang October Spooktacular 2021. We are winding down, but that means each and every day you're going to find a new tabletop gaming related video over at thegaminggang.com and thus here on the YouTube channel. It could be a first look video such as today's, or it might be a review, or if it had been Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, it's an episode of my live stream, The Gaming Gang Dispatch, as I share the latest in tabletop gaming news, as well as first looks at tabletop games. And this past week, it has been all Chaosium Call of Cthulhu reviews. So if you're ever interested in that game, by all means, check those out. Also, during the Spooktacular at 9 p.m. Central each and every night, you will find me hosting a spooky old-time radio show destined to put a chill down your spine. So if you're looking for some additional Halloween fun, by all means, swing by thegaminggang.com. All right, with that said, today I am going to be taking a first look at both the Witchlight Carnival Dice and Miscellany set for Dungeons and Dragons from Wizards of the Coast. It contains 11 dice, as well as, I believe, a map from the adventure, The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which, if you have not seen my review, it's actually my favorite 5th edition D&D adventure that's been released by Wizards of the Coast. I like it that much. So it includes a map. I believe it includes some bestiary cards and things like that. So we're going to take a peek at that. It does carry an MSRP of $29.95. I don't know if these two items were delayed because they just arrived from Wizards of the Coast. These are review copies that I had received, and I know these were supposed to hit stores in September. So I'm not sure if the shipping problems were an issue for these two releases or not, or maybe it was just something that was sent out last minute to reviewers. I'm not sure. But we're also going to be taking a look at the new Dungeon Masters screen, which is also for D&D. This includes a dungeon kit as well. And I think it's got geomorphic, well, like tiles, but I think they're paper for Dungeon Masters to utilize as far as when they're laying out dungeons and that for their players. So we're going to get to take a peek at both of these. So let's swing on over to the other camera because first we've got the Witchlight Carnival. And I have to admit, it's kind of funny. The image for this box makes this look much brighter than it actually is. I mean, you are effectively seeing the true color of this. So kind of interesting as I move the Dungeon Master screen out of the way so it doesn't distract us. It's all fun and games. The wild, wonderful Witchlight Carnival travels from world to world, bringing the magic of the Feywild with it. Before you get your ticket, grab the right dice for the occasion. And then it's going to tell us what are the contents. Of course, obviously enough, it also contains a dice tray. I like the dice trays that Wizards of the Coast presents and publishes. So here are the dice. Let's get a look at the dice here. And I have to say, with Halloween just a few days away, this is certainly a Halloween themed dice set. Even though, got to be honest, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight isn't a Halloweenish, it's not a horror adventure campaign, but I definitely say this is this has got a Halloween look to it with the orange as well as the purple with the numbering. So we get a couple of 20-sided dice. We get 4 6-siders. So we've got all those taken care of. We got our percentile. So we've got the 2 10-siders. One is just single digits and the other is double digits. We also have our 12-sider, our 8-sider, and our 4-sider. So very nice. Got a little bit of heft to them. They're fairly traditional. These are cut as well, so the numbers aren't just painted on, which the dice sets that you see from Wizards of the Coast are never like that. They're not just painted on. They are recessed and then painted. Nice. Very cool. I like that. That looks very interesting there. Okay, let's make sure we get this laid on the correct way. There we go. So when we put that back in. All right, let's take a quick peek. This is the dice tray here, and it does have a butterfly wing motif to it. That's pretty cool. That's a kind of a callback to one of the rides. Well, actually, not necessarily just the rides, but also the fact that the attendees to the Witchlight Carnival have to wear fake fairy wings. So I like that. That's very nice. And of course, you flip it on over, and they both have felt as well. So that right there is your dice tray. We've got our map. This is just paper. And this is actually smaller than the poster map that we have that's in the game book, but that's showing off the different locales in the Witchlight Carnival as well, and the mood of the carnival and time of the carnival as time passes. And then we've got, this is some new artwork. I don't remember seeing this artwork in the game book. That's kind of cool, like that. So what else do we have? We've got Feywild trinket table here, as well as the carnival prizes. So this is in the book. I remember these both in the book. You're basically rolling an 8-sided die for these. So are these going to be the contests? Yep, looks like it. Let's see what we've got here. So I know we've got some NPCs. And then we've got some of the, I believe, let's double check. Okay, so these are, yeah, okay, so these are NPCs in this group here. And then these are attractions. So we've got the ring toss. And then you just flip it over and it tells you exactly what it is. What is the game? What is the attraction? And how can you succeed? We've got Catch the Fairy Dragon by the Tail, Gnome Poetry Contests, Goblin Wrestling, Guess the Feathers on the Cockatrice, and Outstare the Cyclops. So we've got those for you right there. So handy dandy cards for the Dungeon Master. I got to say, there are far more attractions than only these in the carnival. So it's important to, keep in mind, if you have not seen the adventure yet, there's more than 6 attractions. So don't think that that's all the player characters get to do at the carnival. So here we have, tell us what you think. So those are the two sisters who are important NPCs. So only the one there. Okay. So these are going to be. Okay. So these are only at the carnival, it appears. So these are important NPCs you're going to encounter at the Witchlight Carnival. So we have Eliwick Tumblestrum. This is the Witchlight Carnival itself. So discussion of that. We've got Mr. Witch. Then, of course, we've got Mr. Light. I think some of this artwork is new. Maybe not. It's been a little while since I reviewed the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, so I might be off base, but I think some of this artwork might be new. So we've got Burley, who you're looking for his brother Hurley. That's not a spoiler. Kettlestein, the Weird Three, Durlagron, who is a displacer beast. But here you see how I was talking about the fairy wings. Even some of the employees of the carnival also have to wear those as well. So we have Candlefoot, who is a mime. Northwind. And Palasha, who does not actually wear fairy wings. She is a mermaid. So we've got all of these cards as well. So we've got the NPCs. We've got the attractions as well as the trinkets and carnival prizes. And tell us what you think. We've got the map with the image on the back as well. And the tray, which you can use either or both because they're both felt. So you can use the top and the bottom as dice trays. And then, of course, we've got the set of dice as well. And that's what we find when we take everything from the Witchlight Carnival dice and miscellany outside the box. Once again, this does carry an MSRP of $29. It's actually $29.99. It's kind of funny because Wizards of the Coast kind of goes back and forth. Some stuff they do 95, some stuff they do 99. I assumed it was a 95. And of course, when you assume, you know what happens there. So it does carry an MSRP of $29.99. Now let's take a look at the Dungeon Master screen with the Dungeon Kit. Let's get the shrink wrap off of this. It says, delve into dungeons with this kit for the world's greatest role-playing game. This kit equips the Dungeon Master with a screen and other tools that are perfect for running D&D adventures through dungeons, whether ruined or thriving. The Dungeon Master screen features a painting of a fantastic vista that plunges into the deep reaches of a mountain. Useful rules references cover the screen's interior with an emphasis on dungeon delving. It also tells us what else this includes. Let's see. Opens on up. So here it is a landscape style, which we see more and more of as far as Game Master screens. We used to see them always like this, and then you'd either have 3 or 4 panels that would open out this way. But now we have them more as a landscape. like that artwork there. That's nice. So this is one of the panels here. Got the dragon there, and then it looks like almost like an underground lake with a doorway to the dungeon itself. So opened up. So this is 4 panels. Okay, so if we open it up, this is the artwork here. There we go. Cool. So we've got the 4 panels to the Game Master screen. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got a lot of different tables here as far as setting a DC, monster motivation, improvising damage, object armor class, and hit points, skills and associated abilities, long jump, high jump, suffocating, concentration, exhaustion. We've got our conditions over here. We see the conditions a lot in the Dungeon Master screens. So we've got the various different conditions like blinded, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, restrained, stunned, and unconscious. State of ruin. So to randomly generate the general conditions of a dungeon area. We've got dungeon encounters. We've got percentile dice to randomly determine the purpose of a dungeon chamber as you're going along. Travel pace, cover, light, obscured areas, tracking DCs. So for tracking trails and things like that, being able to follow trails, visibility outdoors, audible distance, cost of food, drink, and lodging, and DCs for foraging. And that is what we find on the new Dungeon Master screen with a focus on dungeoneering or dungeon delving. See what else we've got. So we have actions and combat showing us. We've got a grid map, and you can use erasable markers on this because I just can see it's treated. See if I can get a little sheen there. There you go. And then we've got some cards with conditions. We've seen condition cards before. Deafened, charmed, blinded, incapacitated, grappled, frightened, petrified, paralyzed, invisible. And of course, flip it on over, it's going to tell you, okay, so what does that condition mean? What do you mean by grappled? What is that? We have restrained, prone, poisoned, exhaustion, unconscious. Like that, just sprawled out, stunned. And we got brown mold, green slime, and yellow mold. Once again, telling you what do those conditions mean. We've got an initiative deck. Cool. So we actually have the artwork from the screen on our initiative deck. Sometimes I've seen initiative decks where it's just the numbers, no artwork on the back. So here's the geomorphs. Oh, wow. I was just expecting these to be just little rooms on each card, not, well, give me an idea of what sizes of each of the cards for this. I'm going to separate these at some point anyway, kind of give you a look. So that's pretty big. So these are 3 cards. So to give you an idea, that is one of the cards. I'm kind of surprised by that. I mean, you could come up with a pretty big dungeon on the fly because you've got quite a few sheets. It looks like there's 4 sheets of this for these geomorphs. And here's just the last one. Cool. I like that. Very surprised. I was not expecting that. Like I said, I thought it would just be, like a room or hallway on each of the cards. All right. And then we got a tuck box that we can put together to put all our cards in, to put our geomorph cards, our initiative, and our conditions. Put this all back together here. So we've got a grid map as well as a game aid as far as the actions that characters can take in combat, along with the new DM screen. And that is the Dungeon Master Screen Dungeon Kit, which carries an MSRP of $24.99. Let's double check on the back. Well, it should be 95. No, it is 99. It is $24.99. That is the MSRP here in the United States. So that's the Dungeon Master Screen Dungeon Kit, as well as the Witchlight Carnival Dice and Miscellany set. Want to point out the fine folks over at Wizards of the Coast were kind enough to provide me with these review copies of both the Dice and Miscellany set as well as the DM screen, but neither I nor anyone else affiliated with the Gaming Gang has received any other sort of compensation for me to share this video with you. It's important for you to know that. All right, we're done taking a first look. Let's swing back over to the other camera. As I mentioned before, I don't know if these have been out for a bit already and they just happen to be showing up for reviewers now, or if both of these releases were hit by the shipping woes and are behind schedule. It is a possibility. I do know that the Rules expansion gift set was supposed to arrive in time for Christmas, and it won't. It's like a month behind. It's coming out in, I want to say I think it's 25th of January. So it is possible that these were supposed to be out in September, but they were pushed back because of shipping problems. All right, that's it for this time out. If you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already, and if you do, ding that bell. It'll not only let you know when I upload videos such as this first look, it'll also tell you when I stream my live show, the Gaming Gang Dispatch, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Central, where I share the latest in tabletop gaming news, as well as normally first looks at tabletop games, and every once in a while, just happen to review a game during the live stream. I usually do those on separate standalone videos. Anyway, thank you very much for hanging out and keeping me company. Keep in mind, whenever you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer, and until I see you next time, here's hoping each and every one of you gets to enjoy plenty of great gaming with your gang. Oh, you're still here. Well, while you're kicking it, how about subscribing to the Gaming Gang channel, or seeing the latest episode of the Gaming Gang Dispatch, or finding out what YouTube recommends you check out here at my channel. And of course, don't forget, get your geek on at thegaminggang.com.